Hello students, today I am going to teach you about light. We all know the importance of light in our lives. Without light, our eyes would be useless and we would not be able to see the beautiful things around us. We see objects when light from them reaches our eyes. Some objects like sun, stars, bulb, lamp, etc. emit their own light and we are able to see them when the light emitted by them reaches our eyes. Or simply we can say that those objects which have their own light or which emit their own light are known as luminous objects. But many objects do not emit their own light. But when the light from the luminous objects fall on them, they reflect some portion of the incident light. Such objects are called non-luminous objects. When the reflected light from non-luminous objects enters our eyes, we are able to see them. So some examples of non-luminous objects would be chair, table, floor, book, etc. We know that light casts a sharp shadow of an opaque object. Opaque object, what is opaque object? Opaque object is that object which does not allow light to pass through it. So we already know that light casts a sharp shadow of an opaque object. This means that light travels in a straight line. This is because if light could bend easily, it would also be able to go behind the opaque object and there would be no shadow formed. Hence we can say that light always travels in a straight line direction. We somewhat understand what light is, but some question arises in our mind that what constitutes light? Is it made up of electron or proton or atom? Or does it emit particle of light? What exactly is the nature of light? So there are two theories about the nature of light. First one is particle theory. It was given by Newton. It is also known as Newton's corpuscular theory. It is also known as Newton's corpuscular theory. According to the particle theory of light, light consists of elementary particles called photon or corpuscles traveling in a straight line direction at a very high speed. Newton said that light consists of a very tiny particles which is known as photon, which always travel in a straight line direction with a very high speed. On the other hand, according to the wave theory of light, light consists of electromagnetic wave that travel at a tremendous speed of 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. According to the wave theory of light, light consists of electromagnetic wave which travel with a tremendous speed of 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second and do not require any material medium to propagate. This wave theory was given by Huygens wave theory of light. So, do you understand what is particle theory and what is wave theory? Particle theory says that light rays consist of a very tiny particles which always travel in a straight line direction, and according to the wave theory of light rays consist of electromagnetic wave which travel with a tremendous speed of 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second and does not require any material medium to propagate. It means if light have to travel from one place to another, it does not require any help of material to travel. So now we are going to study about reflection of light. Then what is reflection of light? When light falls on any object, a part of it is sent back, and this process of sending back the light rays falling on any object is called reflection of light. Almost all the objects reflect light which fall on them. However, some objects reflect more light than others. So the object with polished and shining surface reflect more light than other with unpolished and dull surface. So let us see how reflection of light happens. Suppose we have a reflecting surface. Suppose there is a mirror and this is the polished surface. There is polishing of silver, and silver is the best reflector of light. Silver reflects almost 100% of light which fall on it. And we have a light ray OP which fall at point O on reflecting surface and reflect along the path OQ. So the light ray which fall on the reflecting surface or incident on the reflecting surface is called incident ray, and the light ray which sent back after the reflection is known as reflected ray. So here OP is the incident ray and OQ is the reflected ray. Here we will use a term which is frequently used in this chapter. It's called normal. Normal is a line perpendicular to the reflecting surface. Here ON is the normal which is perpendicular to the reflecting surface or perpendicular to the mirror. Then this is OM is normal which is perpendicular to the reflecting surface. Here the angle between incident ray and normal is known as angle of incidence. Angle of incidence, and the angle between reflected ray and normal is known as angle of reflection. So here is the OP, PO is the incident ray, OQ is the reflected ray, and OM is the normal, which is a line perpendicular to the reflecting surface. And the angle between incident ray and normal is known as angle of incidence, which is denoted by I. And the angle between reflected ray and normal is known as angle of reflection, which is denoted by R. After that, we will study about laws of reflection. Laws of reflection. There are two laws of reflection. First law of reflection states that the incident ray, normal and reflected ray all lie in the same plane. It means it can be drawn on a sheet of paper or it can be drawn on a whiteboard. So first law is the incident ray, normal and reflected ray all lie in the same plane. All lie in the same plane means it can be drawn on a sheet of paper. And the second one is angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So there are two laws of reflection. First one is the incident ray, normal and reflected ray all lie in the same plane. All lie in the same plane means it can be drawn on a sheet of paper or it can be drawn on a whiteboard. And the second one is angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection.